Okay, so for example, you have, now the question is, how many words binary Yeah, so how many words, binary words? So binary consists of just two number. In this case, it is 0 and 1. Can you make consisting of 3 ones and 2 0? So you have 3 1 and 2 0. Okay, so this is another example. So this is an example of words that consists of 3 ones and 2 0. Another example is that one. So you have 1 1 1 0 1 0 1. Yeah, so there are 3 ones and 2 zeros. Another example is, of course, this one. Yeah. The question is how many of them? So here we don't make here we don't make any distinction between this one and this one. So they are just the same. Yeah. So this one and this one. So if you, for example, this one, you put here, yeah. So this one, you put it there, you don't see it. Yeah. Because they're just the same. Yeah. So this one and that one and that one, they are just the same. Yeah. The same thing as this 0 and that 0, they are just the same. So that's why when you say that you choose 3 from these 5, so that is 3 1 of these 5, then you have 5 choose 3. So basically, you choose these 3 ones and you didn't choose these 2 0. But it is the same as you didn't choose the 2 0 and you choose the 3 1. So that's the same thing. Yeah. It is the same as 5 factorial divided by 3 factorial and 2 factorial. While this one is the same as 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial and 3 factorial. Yeah. So that is actually okay. So in the exam, oh, by the way, next week we're gonna have Racker. Yeah, so that is rapat kerja, so I won't be able to give lecture for you. So maybe somebody else gonna do that. But the week after that, we're gonna have mid semester. Yeah, so the mid semester will be the week after next week. So in 2 weeks. Okay. You have to practice how to make these kind of things in Word. Ya. Jadi belajar latihan cara mengetik yang seperti ini di Word. Ya. This one is easy, but this one is a little bit, you have to use the equation to be able to do this. Ya. Okay, so the example. Also, let me do this. Okay, so what is the answer of the number A? I just put it 1. What is the answer of number 1? Okay, so what is the answer of the first one?
10 factorial divided by 8 factorial.
10 factorial divided by 8 factorial. Any other answer? Anybody else has different solution? Yeah, so it is number 1. So here you have 2 places. You elect the chairman first, that is 10 possibilities. So everybody can be elected. Then you elect the vice president, vice chairman, and that is by 9. Okay, because once the one who is elected as a chairman, you cannot elect him or her as vice chairman. So it is 10 times 9. So that is 10 factorial. 10 factorial. Eight factorial. Yeah. Because it is just 10 times 9 times and so on. So that is just 10 times 8 times and so on times 2 times 1 divided by 8 times 7 and so on times 2 times 1. And that is exactly, when you scrap this, that is exactly to get that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now number 2. Number 2.
There is number 2 a combination.
A combination of
10 factorial divided by 2 factorial times 8 factorial.
yeah, so that is again, so that is 10 factorial
divided by 2 factorial times 8 factorial.
8 factorial. Yeah, so it is 10 choose 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Anybody else?
Factorial divided 8 factorial.
10 factorial divided by
8 factorial.
8 factorial. Yeah, anybody else? Yeah, so this one is a tricky one because, yeah, this is at the same time, so you have that one. But there are different possibility if, for example, someone is a chairman or it is a vice chairman. Yeah. So, for example, you have this person, let's say A, and then B to be elected. Yeah. So at some point you elect them. So that's like a packet. Yeah. But this one is different if A is the president and B is the vice president. It is different from this. Yeah. So it is different from that one. So that's why from here you have 10 choose 2 factorial. You have to divide it, not divide it, to multiply it with 2. And that's why you have 2 times 10 factorial by 8 factorial and 2 factorial here. And that is the same as that one. Yeah? Get it? Okay, number 3. Okay, again, yeah, number 2, it looks like the first instance as a combination, but then you have to check either, because they are different, if those two, one is president or the one is chairman, or it is a vice chairman. So that's why they are A and B is different than B and A. Okay, so this is basically permutation problem. Yeah. Now number 3.
Then in number 3, is the 2 students elected at the same time, or what are the conditions?
The same time. So you just commission that consists of 2 persons, and those 2 persons are elected at the same time.
For number 3, then
Yeah.
factorial divided by 2 factorial times 8 factorial.
Time?
8 factorial.
Oh, so that is 10 factorial divided by 2 factorial times 8 factorial. That's all? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. So this
Yes,
is
bro.
10, choose 2. Yeah. So that is correct. Okay. So those are the 3 possible cases that you have to look at. So you have to analyze the problem first. Yeah. Okay. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So we have so that is called binomial, and it started. We're just gonna talk about the Pascal triangle. Yeah, so that is so Blaise Pascal. You know the law of Pascal in physics. So that is the same person who discovered this one. But actually, before Pascal, the Chinese already knows that. Yeah. So that is the Chinese documentation just very long time before Pascal. Actually, it looks like this. Yeah. So how you gonna construct the Pascal triangle? Yeah, you start with 1. Just put 1 there, and then put one on the side. Okay, so it is the row 0, and that is row 1. Row 1 consists of just 1 and 1. And then you put for row 2, 1, 1 on the side, then you add these 2. 1 plus 1, you get 2. The next one, from row 2, you get to the row 3. Now this 1 plus, also, you get 1 plus 2, you get the 3. 2 plus 1 is also 3. And so on. So you put all, every time you put the 1 on the left side and the right side, then you add the previous 2 element before. So that's 1 plus 3, you get 4. 3 plus 3, you get 6. 3 plus 1, you get 4. And so on. So this 1 plus 4, you get 5. And 4 plus 6, you get 10. 6 plus 4, you get 10. And 4 plus 1, you get 5. And so on. Yeah. Now this is actually this one. So 0, you stop that this, let's say, row. So this is actually the row, but this diagonal, oh yeah, that's right. That's the diagonal. Yeah. So that is all choose 0. Okay. So here, that's row 0. That is that one. Choose 0. Is row 1. That is that one. Choose 0. Row 2. That is that 2. Choose 0. Row 3. 3. Choose 0. Yeah. And then you go work out also. 1, choose 0, 1, choose 1. 2, choose 0, 2, choose 1, 2, choose 2. So it is 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and so on. Yeah. And you see that is symmetric. Okay, so that is the symmetric here. 1, 1, 3, 3. 1, 1, 4, 4, 6. 1, 1, 5, 5, and 10. So that's symmetric. Yeah, symmetric to this line. Okay. So that is how you calculate actually the triangle and what's the relation between the Pascal triangle and the combination. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Okay, any question here? Not yet. Yeah. Okay, so maybe we do better use that one. Okay, can you calculate or you determine so x times y plus y square. What is it? X plus y square. Equal to apa?
Plus
Huh?
x square
X
plus
square plus
plus 2xy
2xy
plus y square.
plus y square. Okay. Now you calculate. You try this x plus y to the power 3. Anybody?
X to power 3
Yeah. X to the power 3
plus 3x squared y
3x square y
plus
plus
plus 3x y square
xy square plus
plus y to power 3.
n to the power 3. Yeah. So now you notice maybe that this one, the coefficient of this is exactly that one. So here you have, actually you have one here and one here. So that is 1, 2, 1, 1. And here, the same thing, you have one there and one here. So that is 1, 3, 3, 1. Yeah, 1, 3, 3, 1. And the power of the variable is so x to the power 0 is actually 1. Yeah? And x to the power 1, we don't write it. It is just the same as x. Yeah? So here you have 3, 2, 1, 0. And for y, you have 0, 1, and 2, 3. Okay? So can you just tell me what is x plus y to the power 6? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. You look at this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 of them. 7 term. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Then you put 1 here. 6, 15. So that is this 6 is that 6. Yeah. The same as B6. That's the same as that 6th row. Okay. 15 and then 20. 15.
15.
6. Then 1. Now the x. So x to the power
6.
6. X to the power
5.
5. And so on, x to the power 4. X to the power 3. X to the power 2. Then x. Here is actually x to the power 0. But x to the power is just 1. Yeah. And then we have y to the power 0. So that's 1. We don't write it. And it is y square, y to the power 3, y to the power 4, y to the power 5, y to the power 6. Okay, so that's how you do the, so it is called a binomial because they are the two term here. So it's just two term, binomial. Binomial is so that is B is 2 and then nomial. What you call if they are, so that is 2 stand for two term, yeah, dua suku, two term. If there are many terms, what you call it? for many terms. Yeah, so this binomial, so this bi is because x plus 1. So there are two terms. Yeah. If there are many terms, what you call it? Many. Apa?
Polynomial.
Yes. Poly. Yeah, poly stand for many. Polynomial. Yeah. Okay, any question? Okay, now question. What if, so before we just talk about when it has no coefficient or the coefficient is 1. So it's actually, here is 1 and here is also 1. What if we have, for example, x plus 2y to the power 3? Yeah, so we're talking about this row. Yeah, so the same thing, you do 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus, sorry. It's 1 plus 3 plus 3 is 1. Yeah, so that's to the power 3. So that is this row, yeah. And then, so that is x to the power 3, x to the power 2. So nothing changed with x. And no. Now this one, you have to do them as one unit. So you have 2y. Oh, sorry. So here, 2y. Okay. And then here, 2y square. And here, 2y to the power 3. Yeah. So it's basically the same as, so x to the power 3, and then 6. Yeah, so that is these two. 6x squared y plus 3 times 2 squared. So that is 12 x y squared. And then 2 to the power 3. So that is 8 y to the power 3. Yeah, so we multiply. So 2 to the power 2 is 4, and that one is 8. 2 to the power 3. Okay, the same things, you have to do the same thing if you have, so the x here has also coefficient. Then you have to do the power including the coefficient. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So next, it is combination with repetition. Okay, so for example, first x plus or just a plus, I better do the other one. So x, or let's see. Plus b plus c equal to 5. Where a equals 0, okay. How many solutions can you have? How many different possible solution? So one of the solution, for example, if you have here a is 5, then b is 0, c is 0. Then you have that one too. Another solution, for example, you have
Sir,
one.
I
Yeah,
think the 0 is not possible because you said the A, B, and C must be more than 0.
no, it's less or equal. Here, less or equal. Yeah. Okay, the other possible things is, for example, you have this and then 3. And you have also 3 1, 1. Yeah, so those are possibilities. And you have, for example, 2, 2, 1. Okay. Now, how many solution like this?
10 to the power 3.
10 to the power 3. Yeah, anybody else? So 10 to the power 3, you mean that for A, there are 10 possibilities, for B, there are 10, and for C, there are 10. But if you put the example, for example, if you put 9, 9, 9, that is not working. Yeah? So that is not good. Okay. So how do we solve this problem? Okay, so that is how you do it. Okay, just put that aside. Now, so so suppose that you have, so this is A, this B, this C. Okay, just make it bigger. A, B, C. And that's the border. So you can have, for example, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and nothing. So that is 5, 0, 0, 5, 0, 0. And this one is 1, 1, 3. So that is 1, 1, 3. And here is 3, 1, 1. So we still have this. Oh, this maybe do like this. So that's the border. Yeah. So any border ini that separate A from B and C. Yeah. So that is the border. Okay. Now then, so it's basically how you gonna consider this as X, yeah, telur, and how you gonna distribute this 5X into these 3 boxes.
So the possibility is only 5.
No. So that is just example. So this one is not good, yeah. So this is already 4, and you can have 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, or 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 2, and so on. There's a lot of them. Now the question is how many? Okay. So again, so the question is, so you have 3 boxes. Nicely. So you have 3 boxes, and you have 5x, and how many ways you're gonna distribute this 5x to these boxes? Okay. Now, so we look at here. We're just gonna, so that is actually the, so this problem, you convert that to this problem, which is gonna have the same solution. And we're gonna convert it to another problem. Just gonna delete this one. And so if you have this, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are the x, and these are the border. So this turn out to be a binary system. So these are the 0 and that are the 1. And it turned out how many? How many words? Then we make how many binary? Then we make from 5, 0, and 2 ones. Now we know the answer, so that is 5 zeros. So the total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is 7. Choose 5, which is the same as 7. Choose 2. But we're just gonna look this one. Yeah. So this 5 is the 5 this. Okay. And the 7 is basically that one. 5 plus those 2 border. So the border is the 3 variable minus 1. Okay. Yeah, so that is actually how you solve the problem. So we see that from one problem, we convert that to another problem and to another problem, which has already solution, or which solution we already know. Yeah. So this is actually is 5 plus the number of variables -1 is 5 plus 3 minus 1. This is the number of variable, and it is that constant divided by that constant. Okay. Any question? Okay, then I hope to have, I'm gonna make a video, some example about combination and combination with repetition, so that you can just learn that before the exam. Okay. Okay, then one more topic. Okay, this is about graph. Yeah, so this graph theory. Okay, so this is very powerful tools, modeling that are used today, because that connected to the computer, to the network, any network, and optimization. Yeah. Actually, I have, yeah, I don't know where it is. So I had a photo when I attended the conference of graph theory in United States, and there's a lot, yeah, a lot of participants. It takes 2 weeks to finish all the presentation, and they have every year there, and so that's a very popular tool. Jadi kalau ada yang berminat di sini untuk tugas akhir, you can just contact me from now. Yeah? So that we can just set up, you can just work for this step by step. Just take it easy. No real hazard. Okay. So suppose we have this network, this computer network, so any cellular phone, laptop, desktop, they are connected to each other. Now this can be modeled in a graph. So this is called a graph. Yeah. So again, those one. So they are connected to each other, and they can be modeled in a graph like this. So it's just a graph. Yeah. consists of vertex. So this singular is vertex, plural is vertices. Jadi one vertex, two vertices, three vertices. And these are called, so these are the vertices. This is a vertex, vertex, vertex. So there are 5 vertices. And these are called the edges. Edges. These are the edges. Okay. And many things can be modeled in graph. So for example, this one, relation between human or people, and that's it. That also has to do with the database. Okay. So it's married to that one, it's married to that one, has a child, yeah, and so on. And it also can be modeled as a graph. And these are connection between houses. So for example, these are the electricity network. Now also this one can be modeled as a graph. Okay. Yeah. And this is actually related to your assignment. Yeah, why do I have to give you assignment? Because the assignment is actually to help the mid semester, the mid exam. So if your mid exam is not so good, then you still have assignment that can just lift up the marks of exam, mid exam. Okay, so formally, so they are called edges. So E1 as B and A and B as ends, we call it ends. And so we denote it as AB. And E1 is incident with A, E1 is incident with B, and A and B are adjacent. Yeah. So this is an edge. These are vertices. So we call, if they are edge connecting A and B, then we say that it is adjacent. And A is incident with the edge E1, and E1 is also incident with the vertex B. Okay, so here the vertices are A, B, C, D, and E. So that is a set. And the edges is E1, E2, E3, E4, and E5. So that's all the edges. So this is the formal definition. A graph is a set non-empty set of vertices, and a set of edges, and it is an order pair. Yeah, order. It means that you cannot just interchange this one and that one. Okay. Now here, if we draw this on the plane, yeah, you can just draw graph in many ways. On the plane means bidang datar. Yeah. Then you can draw like this, and we see that it is a crossing. So this edge, yeah, this edge cross that edge here. Okay, so it cross. So it has one crossing. One crossing. And but we can actually move the vertices something like this, and here we have more crossing. Yeah. So we have here 3 crossing. 1, 2, 3. And you can move that edge like this. Now we have only 2 crossing. And you can move that like that, and we have no crossing. Okay. So if the graph no crossing, so these are the same graph. So these are the same graph, but different drawings. Yeah, exactly the same graph, but different drawing on the plane. So this drawing is not the same as this drawing, and not the same as this drawing, not the same as this drawing. Here we have 1 crossing, here we have 2 crossing, here we have 3 crossing, and here we have no crossing. Yeah. Okay. And if we can draw a graph with no crossing, any graph with no crossing, then we call it planar. The graph we will call planar if it has no crossing. And the degrees, so the degree of vertex is the number of edges incident with it. So for example, this one, so here, there are 2 edges, so that's this one, and this one. So there, the degree of A is 2. The degree of B is 3 because that one, this one. The degree of C is also 2, and this one is 2, and this one E is just 1. Okay, so that's all the degree. Yeah. Now this is just an introduction of so this one is called a loop if the edge start and end with itself, with the same vertex. Yeah, so it's a loop. Now, jadi graph theory ini a lot of application ya, terutama di computer network dan juga chips, you know, the microprocessor. So here is very popular now is a very large scale of integration. So this VLS. VLSI. So that's including the microprocessor. Yeah. One of the example of VLSI is the microprocessor, which is the basic of computer, laptop, your handphone, and many electronic things. Yeah. And there's a lot of application to this graph theory. So if you want to do your final project with this one, it's okay. So your assignment will be now make an animation, yeah, an animation like this, something like that one. Yeah, so for example, here, the connection of houses, and you make it to become a graph. See? Yeah, something like that. So I'm gonna give you later on, maybe next week, the network you have to do. Yeah, so for example, houses or computer network. If it is computer network, then you have to do something like this. Yeah. It is something like this, yeah, computer network. Or people, relation between people like this. Yeah, so something like this. Then you make graph like this. Or for example, there's also, for example, bus and terminal, or airport and airplane routes. Yeah, many things you can just do. Okay, so if I, for example, state houses and electricity network, electricity installation, then you make the animation from houses to graph. Okay, and you have to do that in 1 month. You submit that in 1 month. Okay, any question? By the way, here are the code. Kode absen ada di chat. Just copy that one. Jadi sekali lagi, mid semester itu 2 minggu depan. Tapi mungkin minggu depan saya akan kasih topik-topik untuk assignment. Jadi assignment itu kalau topiknya tentang bus atau angkot dengan terminal-terminalnya, ya, rute angkot bersama terminal, itu berarti kalian harus buat terminal yang bagus, ya, dan bus atau angkot rutenya ya, dan itu kalian buat menjadi graph dengan transisi animation seperti tadi. Oke. Okay. Again, ini kode absensi itu ada di chat. Any question?
How long is the duration of the video?
Yeah, maybe Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, you have to. So, for example, so your video is gonna be, this is the final, and it's how you. Yeah. So from this, it become this graph, and how I make it. So maybe the animation just take 30 seconds, but then you have to also give me a video how you make that one. Okay, you can use any software, but Flash is also okay. There are some advanced software, for example, Blender or Max 3D Max or Maya. You can use them, but microwave, micromedia, micromedia Flash, that's a free. Blender is also free. Okay, any question? Jadi untuk ujian mid semester the same as last time, ya. You have to practice because the solution should be typed in Word. Harus diketik di Word, kemudian di-convert ke PDF dan di-submit. Jadi kalian harus latihan itu ya. Typing in Word and conversion in PDF, then submit it. Any question? Again, the kode ini ada di sini. If no more question, then see you in 2 weeks.